fun on this than I did on all previous endeavors we had. I laughed from beginning to end. I really did. And now I have new friendships because I really didn't like anybody. And now I like a good 20%. Who would have thought? You're not in that.
He went through that dark period and he came out of it. And yeah, and he was brilliant. And the third one, he was a brilliant friend.
The last couple years, like, he's been, I think, just in a place where, you know, he was just really peaceful. I think he and Angie just were doing great. And I mean, like, he just really found out who he was.
I love it here. I don't know about you guys. I am happy.
A happy Dunn.
This is me happy.
Everybody.
I like happy Dunn.
Dude, if you guys weren't here, I'd be supremely happy.
And that's the weirdest thing. Like, people said to me, like, he was in such a good place that he was, like, almost ready to go or something, which, I mean, the guy's 34 years old, so that sounds stupid, but, I mean, he just seemed, like, very happy and satisfied with what he's done, and for good reason, you know?
That was one of the hardest things for me, or is one of the hardest things for me to accept, is that on one hand, that makes me happy to know that he was happy, but on the other hand, it's like, you know, why did it have to be so short?
A mangled mess is all that is left of Ryan Dunn's car after an early morning accident on Route 322 and Pottstown Pike.
There was some pretty high speed involved in this. The vehicle missed a turn, hit a guardrail, and went airborne, and went through several trees, some sizable. So there was a very vicious collision involved in this thing.
And now, friends and family are left stunned at how everything changed in a split second.
There are stars so distant, the light that left them ages ago just came into view. That twinkling we're seeing now may be.
There's been rumors before on the internet about some of the cast dying or something, so I didn't think it was real.
That's the way.
I was in shock. I didn't believe it. You know, it still doesn't feel real.
I don't know if it's ever going to really completely sink in. Part of me doesn't want it to, but
just so we know.
I guess that's the way it's got to be.
We've been doing this for so long, you know, like, we're a family.
God lets the light outlive the star.
You know, to think that that's it, and we're not going to see him again.
I wish he wouldn't always drive so fast, and he always did. I wish he wasn't drinking that night too, you know? We lost him and Zach.
You know, Zach Hartwell was also in that car. Sometimes when you have a larger-than-life personality who is in an accident, you only hear about the one person, but he was just such a happy guy, always that upbeat person.
Ryan introduced us to Zach when we were filming number 2. He was this gnarly military man, and then also just a fun, loving guy that could hang with a bunch of jackasses, you know?
God lets the light outlive the star.
There's such a hole in the family now. Jackass is really, it's never gonna be the same. It's the worst thing ever.
So many people around the world reached out, flooded our site, you know, and they still do, about Ryan. It was really sweet what the Kings of Leon guys did. Huge banners behind the stage and dedicated the song to him.
For our good friend Ryan, rest in peace.
I just hope Ryan would be remembered, not for some of the crazy things he did, or shoving a car up his ass, or, you know, or the fact he liked to drive fast. I hope he's remembered as the sum of all those things, is that he did all of them with passion.
Live life. He knew how to live life.
He was such a good person, and I think he, you know, made me a little better person, just knowing him. That rubs off, you know.
Let me just say there is a cranium that overflows with wasted images of the way back. Useless figures well kept intact. Clean up the mess and then you can start with yours truly. I bid farewell and adieu my day. I bid farewell and adieu my day.
I gotta get in there. Bareback.
I'm Ryan Dunn, and I'm let's just do it.
This water is roughly about 32 degrees. I'm Ryan Dunn, and I'm gonna jump in it for your entertainment. You're watching JackAss. Oh God, it's cold.
Dude, you got this. Massive.
See you for that, dude. Great job, man.